As always, it's a big step moving out for the first time. However, I find it's a lot harder for young adults to move out nowadays. The costs of living are super high right now, getting a job is very difficult, and on top of that, trying to pursue a career through years of post-secondary schooling doesn't make it any easier. Everyone I know is in the same situation, so we want to know, where the fuck did all the housing go? And what's a home? What does it mean to us?
A home to me is a place where you go home, you relax, you get off from work.
Home means a place where I can rest, where I can feel mentally and physically safe, as well as just a place where I can have a peace of mind.
It's a place that you own.
A place that's yours and no one else's.
A home should be, it should be structurally sound, so there shouldn't need for major repairs. It should be affordable, so it should be something that doesn't cost more than 30% of your income. But certainly if you're paying more than that, then you're taking away from food, you're taking away from other activities that make your life whole.
It's somewhere you can unwind. It's a comfortable environment.
Hi, my name's Kyle Goslin. I live alone at home as a full-time student, and I am 21.
My name's Colleen Lofstrom. I'm 22 years old.
My name is Paul. I'm 22 and I live with my parents.
My name is William Lowe. I'm 21 and I currently live at my parents' house.
My name's Ramdan Managaran. I'm 22 years old and I currently live with my parents.
My name is Raven Gray. I'm 21 years old and my current living situation is with my parents. I plan to move out.
To be honest, I'm happy with just about anything, as long as I could eat, sleep, and rest in peace. I think I'll be alright with that.
Not many people have a place that they can call home.
I'd love to live in Vancouver still, but that's unrealistic, considering the price here.
Hi, I'm Janet Creta. I'm the Senior Housing Planner with Metro Vancouver. The way I define the Vancouver housing crisis is the gap between what people are earning, like average people are earning in their household income, and what the cost of housing is. And what's happened over the past 20 years is that incomes have remained about the same, grown very modestly, and the cost of housing has grown rapidly.
The place I'd most likely move out to is probably somewhere outskirts of the city, like Maple Ridge. Probably because it's cheaper there.
Immediately after I finish school, the most likely place would probably be a small apartment or someone's basement, unfortunately.
The most likely place that I would move out to would actually still be with my mom.
It's expensive. Housing here, you have to rent. And even renting is super expensive.
Well, my name is Tammy Lofstrom, and my living situation is I own a house with my husband. Renting when I was in my early 20s was probably a lot easier than what you'd find renting today. I rented a fully furnished upstairs apartment for $250 a month. Today, a situation like that, you'd probably be spending easily $2,000 or up.
I came out here, I've been here for about 3 years, and one thing that struck me is that anybody and everybody is a speculator in terms of housing, which is a lot different than other places where I've lived. And out here it's very common for people to buy 2 condos and rent one as an investment. So you see a lot of speculation and investment in the housing itself.
If someone wants to live in Vancouver, you have to have family who owns already. That's basically what it seems like now.
It's too expensive to move anywhere else immediately after, especially with student loans and, school in general. It'd be too expensive for us.
The only way they can really survive the school year is they have to take out loans. And loans get brutal.
I'm trying to find a place with my mom, someplace where it's, one, affordable, and we have to actually team up with another relative so that we can actually own a house, a place of our own, instead of, let's say, renting where they can kick you out anytime.
When I move out, I'm not going to live in Vancouver. I love Vancouver. I've lived here all my life. But there's no way that I will be able to afford living in Vancouver.
With everything and everyone competing for a spot in the pricey housing market in Vancouver, how are the rest of us going to compete? Why should we have to? We can't just have a generation of young adults just leave. So I asked myself again, where did all the housing go? Other than Vancouver being a popular place, a destination for immigration, In a prime place for speculation, I wondered, what were some of the other things that made Vancouver more affordable back then, compared to now? During some research, one solution I found was purpose-built rental housing.
Purpose-built rental housing is housing that is constructed for the purpose of rental at the beginning. So as opposed to strata or ownership housing, when a developer builds a condo, they can stratify it and then sell some of those units to be rental. That's not purpose-built rental. That's a portion of the owners may choose to rent or may not choose to rent. So that sort of goes in and out of the market. Purpose-built rental means that the housing is built as rental and it will continue to be rental over time. There used to be incentives, tax incentives and otherwise for private sector rental housing as well. Those were also cut back as they were seen as being too generous.
With all the cutbacks the government made for purpose-built rental housing, all we are left with are the old stock of rental housing units to live with, and the new condos and homes being built now today. Obviously, owning or renting from a new condo or home would be impossible for a young student considering the market costs. So, what options do we have? Is there anywhere we can go that's more affordable? Is living in Vancouver even realistic anymore?
If people want to start a family of their own, it's just they can't afford it.
Being somebody my age and trying to move out on your own is rough.
I feel like I want to move out, but I can't. I don't have the option.
With only minimal places available that don't meet the basic needs and affordability a home should have, it doesn't leave us with a lot of options. With all these factors affecting us now, in our generation, is there any way for us to live in Vancouver?
Government rented homes. I mean, the government can't really kick someone else out unless they don't pay rent.
I think we should bring back purpose-built rental housing because it helps people like me get off their feet and get going in life, and people who are having it rough smooth their life out.
As a student, it would be a big help.
Well, we don't really have money to buy ourselves a condo or buy ourselves a house and live there while studying.
I feel like that would be a secure investment for our future if we did have those sort of accommodations available.
The families can actually rent there and not have to worry about, cost of a mortgage over their head.
The purpose-built rental housing sounds like a good idea for the long run. In the long run, it would help a lot.
Affordable housing en masse for people who need it, I think is a brilliant idea.
However, purpose-built rental housing is long gone. So what can we do? What can we do to help make housing in Vancouver more affordable and our future more livable?
We need a more responsible government. And I think we need people to really get more involved.
And one important thing is to participate when there's public dialogue. I think it's important when there is an affordable housing project that comes up in your neighborhood that you certainly go out and be vocal in supporting it.
People need to get more involved. People need to find out what's happening, and young people need to be voicing their concern.
But I do think we need to see some outrage. I think we need to see people saying, hey, this isn't the kind of community I want to live in. It doesn't include me.
So where did all the housing go? I don't know where it all went. I found some of it, but I don't know about the rest. And we need to work together as a community, as a people, and as a generation to get it back. 'Cause you know what? Housing matters.